If you are staring at a bank account balance that says zero, or worse, a negative number, the last thing you want to hear is that you need to feel wealthy to attract money. It feels like a cruel joke. How are you supposed to vibrate at the frequency of abundance when you're vibrating at the frequency of, how am I going to pay rent on Monday? Most people think manifesting is something you do once you have a little bit of breathing room, but the truth is actually the opposite. Manifesting is the tool you use to create that breathing room in the first place. Being broke isn't just a financial state. It's a high-pressure psychological environment that makes traditional manifestation techniques feel impossible. When you're stressed about survival, your brain is in a fight-or-flight mode. In this state, your nervous system is literally wired to look for threats, not opportunities. Today, we are going to break down the exact psychological and energetic shift required to move from financial survival to financial flow, even if you don't have a single dollar to your name right now. The biggest obstacle to manifesting money when you're broke is what I call the scarcity loop. It's a self-reinforcing cycle. You look at your bills, you feel a pit in your stomach. That pit in your stomach creates a sense of desperation, and that desperation causes you to make frantic short-term decisions that keep you broke. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. But when you are broke, your like is lack. You are essentially broadcasting a signal to the universe that says, I don't have enough. The universe, being a neutral mirror, simply reflects that reality back to you. The problem isn't that you aren't working hard enough. The problem is that your internal compass is locked onto the North Star of poverty. You are so focused on the gap between where you are and where you want to be that the gap becomes the only thing you can see. To manifest money from a place of zero, you have to stop trying to manifest money and start manifesting value and openness. Money is simply a medium of exchange for energy. If your energy is clamped shut because of fear, money has no way to flow in. Step 1. Neutralize the fear. You cannot jump from I'm broke to I'm a millionaire in one leap because your brain will reject it as a lie. Instead, aim for neutrality. When you look at your bank account, instead of saying I'm ruined, try saying this is a temporary data point. It is a number on a screen. It does not define your worth or your future. By neutralizing the emotional charge of being broke, you stop the adrenaline dump that clouds your judgment. Step 2. Find the micro-abundance. Abundance is a muscle. If you can't find it in the small things, you won't recognize it in the big things. Even when you're broke, you likely have access to things that are wealth in other contexts. Clean water, a library card, a sunset, or the ability to breathe deeply. This sounds cliché, but it's biological. When you focus on what you do have, your brain moves out of the amygdala, the fear center, and into the prefrontal cortex, the logic and creativity center. This is where your million-dollar ideas live. Step 3. Act as if, without spending a cent. Many people mistake acting as if for spending money they don't have. That is not manifesting. That's being irresponsible. True acting as if is about your posture and your mental boundaries. Walk into a high-end store just to feel the energy of the space. Sit in a luxury car at a dealership. You aren't there to buy. You are there to acclimate your nervous system to those environments so they no longer feel off-limits to you. Here is the secret that most wealth gurus don't emphasize enough. The universe abhors a vacuum. If you want to bring something new in, you have to create space for it. But when we are broke, we tend to clutch. We hold on to old clothes we don't wear. We stay in toxic relationships because we're afraid to be alone, and we keep messy environments. The key insight is that financial flow follows physical and mental order. If your life is cluttered and chaotic, you are sending a signal that you cannot handle more. Start by organizing the wealth you already have. Clean your room, organize your current pennies, and delete the junk emails. When you show the universe that you are a disciplined steward of the little you have, You create a vacuum that the law of attraction is forced to fill with more. Manifesting money isn't about wishing, it's about preparation. You are preparing the container for the wealth that is currently looking for you. If you don't have a stable container, the wealth will just leak out or pass you by. Manifesting money when you're broke requires a radical level of mental discipline. It means looking at a final notice bill and choosing to believe it is the last one you will ever receive. It means saying no to the identity of a struggling person and yes to the identity of a person in transition. Remember, your current circumstances are just the delayed echo of your past thoughts and actions. If you change your internal frequency today, your external reality has no choice but to catch up. It might not happen in an hour, but the shift begins the moment you stop letting your bank balance dictate your mood. You are the creator of the money, not the servant of it. If you're ready to stop the cycle of scarcity and actually start building the container we talked about, the next step is to get practical. Theory is great, but implementation is what pays the bills. You need a structured way to track your shifts and stay accountable to this new mindset, especially on the days when the old fear tries to creep back in. To help you stay on track, I've put together a specialized manifestation roadmap. You can find the link for it right in the description box below. It's a simple, one-page guide designed to help you navigate those first few days of shifting your energy from lack to abundance without feeling overwhelmed. If this perspective helped you see your situation in a new light, hit that subscribe button. We talk about the intersection of mindset, energy, and practical success every single week, and I'd love to have you as part of this community. Click the link in the description to grab your roadmap, and let's start turning that zero into something much, much bigger.